And then there's a few questions on, making that decision on whether you need backup heat from a non-electric source. I know Emily and Wendy, you both chose to not go that route, and seems like it works. I'm curious if, Rob, Zach, or Jane want to share any more on how people make that call.
It's that load calculation tells you how many BTUs, and BTU is about, you burn one wooden match, that'll give you about a BTU's worth of heat. So when we're talking about thousands of BTUs, I'm thinking about those red boxes of matches per hour. When we talk about tons, it harkens back to when people had a ton of ice delivered to their home. So the 12,000 matches will melt your ton of ice. But when we look at, a house needing 45,000 BTUs, then I'm looking at the performance charts of that particular heat pump that we're wanting to use. And it's, it might be rated to give, it's a 4-ton unit, so it should deliver 48,000 BTUs. And I need 45,000 on the coldest days expected temperatures. But you really have to get into the nitty-gritty and say, okay, well, what happens at my coldest temperature? And that coldest temperature might be 20 degrees, or it might be -10 degrees, and you have to see how the chart matches up. And then, if it doesn't match up, then you're going to have to make up that difference somehow, and that's your backup heat.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, so first of all, yeah, absolutely, it's a question of what is the energy load needed by that home. And also the fact that, you might have on paper 45 kBTU heat pump capacity, but that heat pump sufficiency will go down for colder temperatures. So if you're trying to heat the home and it's -10, that heat pump may no longer be so efficient. So it's all about doing the right calculation. But at the end of the day, it's also, having a backup heat, and you want to find something which is cost effective, but that's going to run for a certain limited number of hours of the year, can really allow you to wean yourself off most of the gas or most of the fuel oil, or maybe it's an electric resistance backup that's going to work at cold temperatures. You can still deliver 90% of your heat using the heat pump, and then just have that backup, that electric resistance, as the enabler that has allowed your family to wean yourselves off gas. So I'm not a purist. I mean, if you're in an extreme climate, that might be the best thing to do, and it's still the cleanest thing to do for the planet.